Welcome, guys. It is beautiful February 21st, and it is currently 78 degrees, really. Sun's not out right now, as you can see. I just felt very compelled to make a video today. I'm doing this, please forgive me, I'm multitasking. I'm extremely busy, so I'm just trying to do this at the same time while eating and writing notes and all this crazy stuff. But I had to make a video today about supplements. Why do I recommend them? Why, in my opinion, do I feel like everyone would benefit from them? Not from tons of them, but certain types. What's the science behind it, etc. Um, Today we're having some, what are you guys eating for lunch today? Today I've got some Sloppy Joes here. Lentil Sloppy Joes. I don't know if you can see that. It is pretty good. I don't have the, the grain-free bun to put it on. I forgot that today. I'm going to take a little bite here. That is a pretty good Sloppy Joe recipe. So, beautiful sunny day, 75 degrees. We're at Randolph, New Jersey right now. I'm sitting outside doing work. So I'm going to talk about supplements. So, yes, I am a distributor for companies, multiple companies. I don't have any certain bias or, specific financial tie to any company. But I recommend multiple companies, from companies like Juice Plus, Results RNA, Designs for Health, Zymogen, Innate Response. I've got a couple here to show you. Ever seen these companies? Innate Response, Juice Plus. They make an omega blend, many other types of blends. I won't go into the details just because I don't have time. Also another company called Prove It. Prove It makes the best ketones, beta-hydroxybutyrate. They're bioidentical. They're actually ketone salts. I'll make another video one day about the details, but I just simply want to go over the main reasons why I do recommend supplements to every single patient that I see. And it's not for a financial reason. I don't get a significant amount of money from having someone get on a supplement. And people question me a lot on that, to question my integrity, and it has nothing to do with it. And just so you know, your doctor gets paid every time they recommend a medication for you or prescribe a medication. Cancer medication, they get commission on cancer meds like chemo meds, etc. If you don't believe me, go look it up. Or if you're personal friends with the doctor, ask them. I used to work with 2 DOs, and the benefits they get from the drug reps to recommend their drugs are immense. So if you don't think that's happening, it's happening right under your nose. So that's not my reason to recommend supplements, is for money. Yes, it's nice, and we deserve to get paid for recommending these supplements because we're going out of our way to recommend that, and the companies would otherwise not have that tool if we weren't the ones getting those patients on it. We're also we're the currency, you could say, for making that transaction happen. So we're the health educators too. If we get people on the supplements, we're recommending these supplements and educating the patient why they needing, and showing them with tangible results and blood works, and even obviously testimonials help. But we like science, so but testimonials are great too. And we have the tangible evidence to show them that it's helping too. So why do we recommend supplements? Number one, you got to understand the history. Human beings have destroyed this planet. It is a truth. I'm not being negative, but we have destroyed our planet so bad that our demands for micronutrients have gone up dramatically. If you think about it, we have 80,000 chemicals that are approved to be used in the world, and in the United States, I apologize. 80,000 chemicals, and 30,000 of them are in our food supply. That's the last time I checked. I'm sure the numbers are higher now. So when you think about our ancestors, they didn't take a bunch of supplements. Even our parents, I'm in my 30s. I have other people that are even older. They never really grew up and took a bunch of supplements and all that, which is great. We didn't have the demands that we do today. So just the toxin part, 80,000 chemicals allowed in the U.S., approved for use, most of them toxic, almost every single one, and 30,000 are in our food supply, unless you're eating a really whole food, clean diet that you either grow yourself or get locally sourced, or make sure that it is bought organic, although there are some loopholes with USDA organic. So that's the first thing. The amount of toxins today are dramatic. It's in the water that we drink. It's in the cosmetics that we use. It's in the shampoo. We shower in chlorine-rich and heavy metal-rich and estrogen-rich water. We drink that water if it's not filtered properly, even the spring water and all that stuff. Bottled water has the poorest regulations out of in the whole water industry. So any bottled water we really don't recommend much of. Reverse osmosis is the way to go with a remineralizer. That's the best you could do right now. So from the water that we drink, the perfumes and colognes, the air that we inhale, the cosmetics that we put on our skin, the carpeting, the glue in the carpeting that's in our homes, the flame retardant on the couch. I mean, I could go on for hours, not to scare anyone, but the amount of toxins are huge today. But what does that do? That makes our liver have to work extremely hard and pull a pool of nutrients and antioxidants that we have to go fight that off. You got to understand that. We only have so much of that stuff. Why do you think the recommendations for plant foods keep going up every time they change the USDA dietary recommendations? The current recommendation today is 7 to 13 servings a day. That's dramatic. So keeps going up too, because we need more. So from all those chemicals that I just spoke about, all those toxins that are so persistent in our environment, they're even in organic produce. We burn fossil fuels for energy, and unfortunately all that stuff gets into the rain and falls back down onto organic crops. Spray and Roundup and herbicides, pesticides, insecticides, they all fly in the air and they get onto organic crops. Unless the organic crop is isolated in the middle of nowhere, very hard to find that. Bees also pollinate, you got animals that are transferring these chemicals to organic crops too. So it's unavoidable. So our needs need to go up higher. So that's the first case why everyone really does need a high quality type supplement, because our needs are so much higher, they're being sucked dry. We also do blood work here to show tangible evidence that most people are deficient in at least one micronutrient. Magnesium is one of the most popular, just so you know, and vitamin D, huge. Every human being needs vitamin D, unless you're an ancient person or a, we call them, oh my god, the word is slipping my mind. Basically, how the ancients live, anyone that's still an indigenous person, that's what I'm looking for. If you're near the equator, you really don't need vitamin D that much, but the majority of other people do. It's also the amount of skin exposure too. Many reasons why, but no time for that. So our demands are dramatically higher. We need way more than we used to get. And by the way, this is 100% organic. I have not pre-contemplated any of this stuff. I'm just literally speaking off of my mind right now. So that's the first thing. The second reason is because we found out, luckily through science, that we have genetic mutations. Every human being has some type of genetic mutation, and that based on if it's expressed or not, if this DNA is expressed in a bad way, we need more of a specific nutrient. One simple example is if you have a problem with activating your B vitamins, it's called an MTHFR gene mutation, you're going to need methylated B vitamins. Methylation is just a fancy process that the body uses to do a ton of things, like break down norepinephrine, estrogen, activate your DNA in a good way, help heal the DNA, help detox in the liver, help lower homocysteine levels, which actually can cause a heart attack. So I actually do have an MTHFR gene mutation, hence my need lifelong to take methylated B vitamins. I can't convert it that well in my diet, no matter how much I eat. And I also have higher demands for the next step I'll get to. So step number 1 is our toxin load is dramatic today. We need more nutrients just for that. Number 2, every human being has some type of genetic mutation. Whether or not it's expressed is definitely the caveat, but you can be pretty dang sure that most of these are being expressed not improperly. They're being expressed improperly because of the amount of toxins and bad things that we're exposed to. Just stress alone can change the expression of your DNA. We call it dirtying your genes or getting your genes cleaned up. So there's so many things that can dirty your genes. So that's the second reason. Third reason is because if you're athletic or if you have very high demands of stress, whether it's physical stress or mental stress, your demands are dramatically higher. Your body sucks through vitamin C, glutathione, magnesium, B5, B12, choline, just going off the top of my head here, zinc, under times of high stress. You need more of it. CoQ10 is huge. So I'm very athletic. I work out every single day except for 2 days of the week, and I do high intensity, but I do it at a more efficient way, just so I'm not putting so much damage on my body, because the second you hit that 30-year-old mark, you have to really pay attention to your future and how you want to age. So it's not good to do marathons and all this crazy stuff if you're I know many people do it, and I'm sure they feel great and all that, but we just don't recommend that a lot because you really, really break down your body, and if you're not taking anything, in addition to like a whole food plant-based diet, you're really accelerating the aging process, guaranteed. So that's the third reason. We all have genetic mutations, and third reason is if you're athletic or have a very high demand of stress, stay-at-home moms, single moms, corporate executives, doesn't matter what you're doing, running your own business, or just a stressful relationship on a daily basis, it sucks your nutrients dry. The fourth reason is our soil today is terrible, especially in the U.S. We don't do crop rotation like we should. I doubt that farmers use something like Epsom salt to put into the soil to make it more magnesium rich and healthy for the plants. You got to understand that all these chemicals that we use that first were great when they first came out, such as pesticides and herbicides and all that, they were great when they first came out. But look what they're doing. They're creating antibiotic resistance and superbugs in the soil. We need the bugs in the soil to create the nutrients that go into the root and go into the plant and go into the fruit, or whatever it's creating, potato, whatever it may be, leafy greens, berries, fruits, all that. You need those bugs in the soil, and guess what these chemicals do? They destroy the bugs. Just like antibiotics destroy our good bugs in our gut, these chemicals do the same thing to the soil. I don't have any cited studies right now, but I'm sure I can find some and dig it up in the USDA databases. But I know there's independent studies that have been done and performed that show the nutrient levels, how dramatically they've decreased in produce just because of the soil and the high demand and high output of farming. I mean, everything is so quick. I mean, today I think it's over 80% of our wheat, that was the last time I checked, is exported. Think about how many people eat wheat in America. So if over 80% is exported to other countries, and then 20% left is being eaten here, I can't even imagine how much we're growing. You're not going to be able to take care of the soil. It's all about the demand, just hitting that demand, hitting that quota. How much can you grow? How much can you grow? So another scary part, too, is that they spray Roundup. Glyphosate is the active ingredient that's super toxic and is a known carcinogen now, as per the World Health Organization. And that's sprayed on these crops, such as all grain products like rice and corn. Well, corn is sprayed, of course. Rice, oats, all other grains, wheat, rye, barley, you name it, even legumes. They're sprayed heavily so that the crops can dry out quicker so they can harvest them quicker. It's very sad. So all grains, if you're going to eat grains or flour-based products, or beans and legumes and lentils and all that, even bean products made out of that stuff, please buy it organic. So that is the fourth reason. And now you got to understand this, that yes, our ancestors really didn't take supplements. Even our parents didn't take supplements really that much compared to today. And but again, they didn't have all these things I just described. Also, you don't know if their aging process could have been delayed. Things that were considered normal back then, such as, oh, he's just old, he's being senile, oh, he's forgetting this, she's forgetting that. Oh, that just comes with aging, having back pain and arthritis. No, it doesn't. You know, go look up Blue Zones. It's actually a very awesome 9-part documentary series coming out. I forget the name of it. I do have it in an email, which I'm going to watch. If anyone's interested, just send me an email, and I can forward it to you. But only send me the request via email. It's ril1415@gmail.com. It's a 9-part docuseries on longevity and interviews to very high knowledgeable functional medicine type practitioners. And they describe the science behind how these blue zone areas where people live the longest, what they do and why what they do is working. So again, our ancestors had the answer. And again, that kind of proves that what our ancestors did in certain areas, they could live to 100 plus and not have all these weird problems that are associated with aging. That's just a big lie. You can age gracefully without having all these problems. But that's where I kind of make the case on maybe if our parents here, like let's say in America, took certain supplements, would they not have those age-related conditions, So we do recommend, that's my main reason why I recommend supplements. Again, but we only go with companies that are super, super strict, just to be able to get a simple certification such as NSF. Go look them up. That's the largest nonprofit consumer protection agency in the United States, and I think the world. I do not know if it is in the world, but it is extremely hard to get that certification. And guess who goes through that process? Juice Plus, other companies such as Zymogen. I think Innate Response is NSF certified. Prove It has a third-party organization that tests for heavy metals and other compounds. And if these companies are willing to give you this information, it shows that they're not trying to hide it too. You can always get a data sheet on their products at any time as requested. So if anyone wants specific recommendations for supplements, there are general ones that everyone should be taking. In my opinion, every human being, especially in America, should be on a plant-based omega blend, not from fish, for toxic reasons. Juice Plus, no doubt, because we don't eat enough fruits and vegetables, and we need more of those concentrates and more of those phytonutrients that are only found in concentrates of fruits and veggies, unless you're juicing 2 to 3 times a day, plus eating a whole food plant-based diet, plus vine ripening. And I made a whole video on this, why I still recommend the Juice Plus to everyone. So omega, which again, vegan omega, I'll do another video on that if you guys want me to. Omega, plant-based omega, Juice Plus, vitamin D, and I usually do put people on as a baseline like a B complex or some type of methylated B complex, because an estimated over 60% of Americans have this MTHFR problem that I just explained. That makes it very difficult to activate your B vitamins. So in general, a nice baseline thing that any person can take safely is Juice Plus, Omega, the plant-based Omega blend of vitamin D with vitamin K in it. They work in synergy. And a B complex or some type of methylated B complex. So that is basically it. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask me. Again, this is not just to make money. I'm making a serious video. And we also do blood testing to show our patients' levels low at first, at baseline, take certain supplements, they start feeling better, plus we have the tangible evidence to show that it's raised. Now, if these things even get into the blood, because all the stuff I'm telling you, you guys will buy in CVS or GNC or Walgreens, Vitamin Shop, many other stores. Most of the supplements do not even get absorbed, so you're wasting your money too. So you got to go with very careful companies, and that's why you guys have practitioners like me and other people that can help guide you on that. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave your comments below, and I'll definitely get back to you guys when I can. Thanks for watching.